Good afternoon, Year 9s. Once again, I'm not there with you, but otherwise this is a completely normal lesson. So, can you please get out your notebooks? And what we're going to look at today is simple factorising. Alright, once again, please ask the relief teacher to pause me if I'm going too quickly for you to keep up with the notes. And I will be going quickly today. So, for those of you who need a bit of a review, factors of a number are any two numbers that multiply together to get you the original. So for example, if we multiplied 3 and 8, we would get back to 24. So we can say that 3 and 8 are factors of 24. So are 2 and 12, 6 and 4. Factors of 30 are, 2 and 15. If you want to be technical, 1 and 30. For that matter, 1 and 24 are factors here. What are other factors of 30? Well, we have 6 and 5. And 3 and 10. Now, the highest common factor is the largest number that appears in both lists, which in our case is 6. So 6 appears there and here. There are other common factors, so certainly 2 is a common factor, and so is 3. But 6 is the highest common factor. So we would call it highest common factor. And it becomes important in factorising later, so it's good to know how to find the highest common factor. Alright. What we've been doing so far in this topic is largely looking at expanding brackets. And by that I mean going this direction here. So if we expand 2 times 3x, we get 6x, and 2 times minus 6, we get minus 12. This is expanding. Alright. However, what we're looking at today is how do we go from here back up to there. This is called factorising. Alright. And it's called factorising because what we end up with is two things that multiply together, the 2 and this, two things that multiply together to get us back to the original. Essentially, 2 and the term 3x take 6 are factors of 6x take 12. We've taken the 6x take 12 and we've split it into two pieces. Just like up above, we took the 24 and we could split it into a 3 times 8. Here we're splitting 6x take 12 into 2 times 3x take 6. Now you may have come across this in Year 8, which would be excellent because it should just be a recap at this stage. So, how do we factorise? Well, first step to factorising is find the highest common factor of the numbers. That's meant to say numbers. Then write each term in expanded form using the highest common factors. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Thirdly, remove the highest common factor and all common variables. That probably makes no sense right now, but hopefully it will by the end. Alright, so find the highest common factor of the numbers, taking our first example. Well, the highest common factor of 18 and minus 30 is 6. Now write each term in its expanded form using the highest common factors. Well, if I know that the highest common factor is 18 and 30 is 6, I want to write 18 as 3 times 6 times a minus 6 times 5. essentially what I've done is I've written each number out in an expanded form using the highest common factors. Alright. Then we remove the highest common factor and write it outside the brackets. So we're going to remove this, and whatever's left goes inside the brackets. So by whatever's left I mean there is a 3, there is an A, there's a minus, and there's a 5. 3A minus 5. Now we should notice if we expand this back out, well, 3 times A is 18A, and 6 times 3A is 18A, and 6 times minus 5 is minus 30. We get back to where we started, which is here. And that means we've factorized successfully, so our answer would be this line here. We've taken out the highest common factor from both terms. Alright, taking our second example. Well, we're picking on 6 today, because 6 is also the highest common factor of 12AB and negative 18AB squared. So, we write this out in expanded form using the highest common factors. 2 times 6 times A times B. Whoops. Minus 3 times 6 times A times B times B. So I've expanded the exponent here of squared with 2 B's. Now, we are going to remove the highest common factor and all the common variables. Highest common factor is easy. A 6 goes from each of them. Then an A goes from each, and a B goes from each. Whatever we remove goes outside the brackets. 6AB goes outside, and then whatever's left goes inside. So there's a 2 left, there's a minus, there's a 3, and there's a B. 2 minus 3B. Now we can check by expanding out. So that would normally be our answer, but it's a really good idea to expand. If we did 6AB times 2, that gets us back up to here. And if we did 6AB multiplied by minus 3B, that gets us this term here. So we know that we've expanded, we've factorized correctly. Our two factors are this 6AB and this term here. Alright, so right now we're just practicing taking a term and splitting it into a pair of factors that will multiply to get back together. It's like taking the 24 and the 30 and finding those factors that would get us back to the originals. Here, last one. Well, we're not picking on 6, that's good news. Instead, we're picking on 3. 3 times 5 times A plus 3 times 4 times A times A. We take the common numbers and the common letters, and we write whatever we've taken outside the brackets. Whatever's left goes inside. Beautiful. Nice and easy. Can you please go to page 457 and do those questions? Thank you very much.